Or you see the on air button?
I do, but you tell me sometimes I'm ready, sometimes we ain't. So,
Nah, we should be
uh,
ready.
we ready to go? All right. Well, shoot, I'm bored ready, man. I feel good too. I got on dress clothes today. You dressed down a little bit, so uh,
Yeah. Yep. And it smelled like barbecue smoke.
you on the grill?
I did.
You doing something out there? Okay. Well, send me some pictures. Let me see what kind of work you did. But hey, as we're letting everybody roll in, welcome to Teagues Take podcast where you get to go into the film room and see what's going on. Today we're going to be showing a little bit of film, talk a little bit about, I don't know, the run game of the Crimson Tide or lack thereof. Just a little bit. We'll take some deeper dives into that over the course of the week. So make sure you stand in tune with that. I know some of you want to at least hear what our take is on the firing of one LSU coach. We might just hit on that just a tad bit. But the main thing is talk about Alabama Crimson Tide and that scare that we had with South Carolina. I wasn't worried at all, so you had to ask. I already knew what it was going to be like. That we was going to win the game. So anyway, while you're sitting there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Give us some likes, share the link. Let people know that we are live right now. If they're Alabama fans, they need to come on and be a part of the Teagues Take family. So, without further ado, we want to go ahead and get this show started right now. Let's go.
Oh, it's me now. Look at
Go
that.
ahead. What you got?
No,
Shoot it.
I
Shoot
don't
it.
have. I
Shoot
don't
your
have
wad.
nothing.
Shoot your
I
wad.
got. There you are.
Hey,
There's
it's
us
all
from
good
last
because
week.
actually, I was just watching the introduction. I know I've seen it a whole bunch of times, but I figured since I got your attention, um, man, this producer, you got to speed my high step up a little bit. Looked like I was running a little bit slow on that high step, and I know I was moving a little faster than that. So maybe it's a lag in my computer, or
Well,
something else.
maybe you
But
was just moving that slow. I don't know. I don't know.
nah, man, I don't like to move slow like that. Even in this uh nice little fit body that I got now, I don't
Mm-hmm.
like moving up the stairs too slow. I move slow down the stairs now. I do tell you that. But anyway, nothing's gonna be slow about the show tonight. We got a lot to get into and cover. I don't know how many clips we're gonna show here. I just marked, Mr. Producer, all the run plays through there because it's kind of interesting to me to kind of see what they're doing or what they're not doing. So,
I'm actually
um,
trying to scrub through some of some of the defensive plays. There we go.
well, it's not like we're know anything about defense either, but we'll get to it. We got some stuff to do. Offense play well, defense play well. Wait a minute, I didn't say that right. I don't know. Depends on what your take is on that. I'm glad the defense played the way that it did. But here we are again. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the likes, share the word that we're here. Got a lot of action going on, and we got away with a scare um, this past week. So I don't know how you guys felt about it at the game, what kind of questions you have, what kind of things, but make sure you're getting them all in the chat. Send it all in there. We'll get to it when we can. We just support or appreciate the support that you give us. So maybe before we get to the film, JT, maybe we just need to get some thoughts first on the state of college football. I like to ask you about how you feeling about this. I felt some kind of way a little bit, so I'll start with my take and then I'll let you finish it. So I actually um, tweeted out. Can we even say tweeted out now? What is it?
I don't know.
We're Xing out. I don't know what I did. I sent the message through
You posted
Twitter.
on X.
There you go. I posted on X when I saw that uh, Brian Kelly had got fired, and I thought, you know what? My words were this really shows on how important it is to win football games in college, how important it is, and really, I'm ready for the NCAA or whoever just to stop teasing us. Just go ahead and make the game a pro game. Just pay the guys, hold everybody accountable, figure out what you got to do, set roster limits. Some people already told me that they don't like that. You know, trade players, do everything that we got to do. There's so much money involved. If we can pay $54 million to tell someone to beat it, there's a crap ton of money out there. So I'd rather let's just go ahead and let it be what it is, man. That it's pro football nowadays. Get your one big conference, like we said, is going to end up being anyway, and don't pretend like they're student athletes anymore. They're professional football players. So, JT, what do you think about the state of college football, college players, college coaches now? Big name ones getting fired early in the year.
Um, well, to your last point there about them not really being student athletes, I think I've been saying that on the show for like 5 years. So, um, I do think though with Brian Kelly, I don't. I'm not gonna lay that at the feet of like the state of college football. I'm gonna lay that. I feel like Brian Kelly got himself fired. Um, this was
By getting drove? By what do you mean? What did he get fired? He did
yeah.
something
I
else?
think
Or-
there's a few things, and then so I actually just read an article like I don't know. It's almost 8:30,
2 minutes ago?
so maybe 2 hours ago. I was reading it
Uh,
to Emily about essentially what the Athletic was reporting was that um, Brian Kelly could still have a job today if he just knew how to behave. Essentially, what they reported was that the AD called Brian Kelly in to have a meeting Sunday after they just got beat. And the AD basically said, "Hey, you need to make some staff changes, and I think you should probably let go your play caller. We just too much. We got too much talent on the offense to not be scoring more than 24 points on anybody except for Southeast Louisiana all year." Brian Kelly said, no, um, I don't want to let the play caller go. I want to let some other people go. And the AD was like, I'm not really comfortable with that. And then apparently Brian Kelly caught a temper and things got very intense. And the AD was like, you know what? I don't want the play caller here. And you can go too. So you and the play caller both can just y'all can leave. You don't want to take my suggestions. Um, I'm the one that signed you to this 10-year, $100 million deal. So I tried to help you. You said no, and you yelled at me about it. So that was kind of the end of that. I think, and I was listening to Josh Pate talk about this too. I do think that Brian Kelly kind of took the LSU job for the wrong reasons. I don't think he was ever really, it takes a certain coach to be at LSU. You have to
yeah.
you gotta love the culture and the state and all that kind of stuff. And I think Brian Kelly was, um, well, I know Brian Kelly was very fake about it because when he got there, he donned a Southern accent for all of 48 minutes through his press conference, and we never heard that again. I think he took the situation for granted. I think he liked just the prestige of being an SEC head coach and the big paycheck, and he was happy to just uh, get his second contract, and not actually really try to put the work in. And then um, the way that he was treating his staff publicly, I think also rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I think a lot of people just didn't like him, and you can't. It's hard to get away with yelling at your staff when you're not winning and you get your butts kicked.
But he been doing it. I mean, he is who we thought he was. I
Yeah,
guess
well,
he's. I don't know.
Well, I would
But
also say, that's I also look at AD Woodward and say like, "Hey man, you are the guy who has hired two very big names to two very large, very long contracts, and neither one of those coaches made it to the end. So if I'm LSU's board of directors or whoever is the boss of the athletic director, I'd be like, hey man, you got to go too, because I saw what you did at A&M and Jimbo Fisher, and that didn't work out. And then you tried to do the same thing here, and we did it. Fool us once, shame on you. Fool us twice, shame on us, I guess. And he probably should be handed his papers too and say we're not going to do that anymore.
I don't know why any college would sign anybody to a 10-year deal. Anyway, it just need to be 4 5 year deals. You
Well, yeah, I mean, and he did it both. He did it to poach, right? He was like, well, let's go get, which I still don't understand why. I mean, I get that he's Notre Dame's most winningest coach, but it was like he still wasn't winning big games there. I guess you got the I guess they had the hubris of saying, well, they couldn't win it up there because it's Notre Dame and they don't have the resources that we got or whatnot. But I feel like that wasn't the case. Um,
okay? All right, so I mean, he's gone. I don't know who's next. Is that good for us? So get ahead, or
no,
just to
this
say
is
about it.
this is
Is it
terrible.
good for us because yes? So having to go play them, do they get another spark
They get a sport. I
because
think
of
they're
their
just
new
going to be. I
guy?
think they're going to be just like Auburn was when Cadillac Williams when they fired Brian Harson and Cadillac Williams took over, and then they just and I guess even more recently Arkansas. Now I know Arkansas didn't turn it into a win, but Arkansas was like god awful, and then they took Tennessee. He gave Tennessee everything that Tennessee could handle, and Arkansas is really just not that good. So that would be, I think, it sounds like a lot of the players didn't really like Brian Kelly anymore either.
They didn't care after the meeting, huh? I wish I could have seen those cameras.
Right.
Sound like they were upset.
And I think anytime you got a bye week and the guy that if you're coming to practice and trying to put in all this work and things have soured and you don't really like your leadership and then the guy's gone, you kind of have a renewed sense of purpose, which is kind of scary because now you got something to prove, right? You have to prove that. I feel like as a team, you try to then prove that like, hey, we're not the problem. It was actually the guy in charge. It's not that we're sorry. Uh, and I think that's kind of scary.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it turns out in a couple weeks. Let's just go with how it is. So college
Yeah.
football is what it is. A lot of big time people. Yeah, I think we knew when we saw the fake dancing or whatever it is. He just didn't fit the it didn't fit the culture, and it is. I don't know who would be next. How they figure this stuff out. At that program, it is a very prestigious job. It is one that people will want. But it is what it is. There's probably gonna be some more people get canned before it's all over with. Uh,
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think Hugh Freeze is going to be lasting too much longer. The Florida job's already open. Penn State's open. Arkansas is open. Uh, I don't.
who's next on the hot seat?
Who's next on the hot seat?
SEC.
Yeah, between Auburn. Um, I don't know. Depending on how Oklahoma ends up finishing the year.
Oh yeah, this is true. Well, okay. Well, here we are. Well, let's jump into some Bama ball then. I'm seeing the questions rolling in. What's good? Which way you want to go first? Offense or defense? What you want to do here?
I suppose let's start with offense. We got two questions that I've bookmarked here. The first one being on the run game. Saturday looked like the run game plan wasn't a priority. Sunday through Thursday, could it be the offense dumb luck just fell into that final quarter pounding of Vandy? Um,
Honestly, I don't think that the run game is ever going to be a priority. Just knowing the way they what his history was at Washington. We'll start with that. It was still secondary. I think we talked about how boring the run game was when he was there. You know,
well, I mean, also let's not forget why he got fired from Seattle. His head coach said that he didn't run the ball enough, and he wanted to run the ball more, and they didn't, and now he's here. So, um, I guess we shouldn't be surprised. However, I will give him a little bit of a pass because I just feel like our run game is just like, as we'll look at it, and kind of teased it in the comments on our last video. We'll have some people come in and try to help us talk about maybe why um, it doesn't look so good, but it don't look good. There, we got. I feel like even if we wanted to run the ball more, it doesn't matter. That they're
we're getting whooped up front, man. We're getting whooped up front. Maybe it's I don't know. Some of it looks technical. I'm not really sure. This first one, so I marked these in here, JT, not for any other reason. They were just some plays. A couple are good. We only had a couple of good runs anyway, and a couple were not. So I got this just because it is not two running backs, but it's a two back
yeah, it's a two back
set.
set. Um,
Um,
Shoot, and I'll say
and
it. I just think, honestly, I think our offense line is overrated. I don't.
overall, when you said overall in the run game, be a little bit more specific for me, or overrated pass blocking, or just
Overall, like before the season started, everybody was talking about how good this O line is supposed to be and how they're one of the best in the country. And if they weren't the best, they're like top five. And I'm calling shenanigans. I think we got one guy that might be the best in the country. I think we have a guy that's probably above average. And I think we got three dudes who are at best average.
there was well, and they're playing musical chairs with that, right, as well. So JT keeps talking about, well, make sure you get locked in the next couple Mondays. We do have a confirmed guest for November the 10th. That we're going to specifically talk about the offensive line and the woes and what we can do. I have not confirmed for the third yet, JT. What the 10th is. So we'll go through this, and show you this. I thought it was just interesting because you don't see Bama in two back sets like this very often. So I was like, oh, okay, here we go. We're going to try something new. New
And let
letter.
me answer this question real quick. Latoya asked, "Do you think the blocking scheme is difficult or not being executed?" I think it's definitely the latter. Um,
Yes, I agree.
in general, I don't think that running inside zone or outside zone or split zone or any kind of zone is ever difficult.
Double up to the linebacker.
Right, and
That's
we
it.
run a
Leave
and
one
we
on
run a
three.
lot, and we last week, and I was showing we were running a lot of duo, which means at least from what we were discussing with Coach Flo before, is that they're not even doubling up to the linebacker. They're just going to double, and then the running back needs to make the linebacker wrong. So at that point, it's just two double teams and one on one on the outside. And how much? I don't know how much simpler that gets.
Get
And
shoulder to shoulder, put your feet to feet, and you move your feet and try to move the guy 2-3 yards. And we're not getting a lot of movement. What you'll see right here. So they do got a dude. I forgot the guy's name. Barrett. What's the guy's name that was killing us this whole game?
number 6,
Uh,
the defensive end.
no, the other guy. 93. I think it was 93. But just
Oh, this was the first play I picked too, because I'm looking at 75 and 80, and just
look like this supposed to be a double
without
team.
even knowing what the play is, because I spent probably more time trying to figure out who was wrong here. And I think they're both right, but I think anyway, let me run it first because it doesn't take but two brain cells to figure out like that right there is not okay. It's like, yeah, so
He's
this is
probably
this
supposed
is
to go behind him. It's a fold block.
right. So this is what I thought of like, okay, he's gonna block down on the end, and then we're gonna fold and like
His
wrap around this
alignment's
way.
no good though. He's
Right.
got to be closer.
Yeah, he has to be closer, and he's a yard, or I guess he's half a
He's
yard to
off.
a yard off the ball. And if you're asking the tackle now to pull behind him, and you go straight sideways, like uh you can't occupy the same space at the same time. That's that's no bueno. That's
Yeah. So those are deflating. And you see that, and everyone in the stands trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And so that's just we always talk about alignment, assignment, keys, this type of thing. The alignment was bad for what they were trying to do. It probably works at least a little bit better if the alignment was right. I mean, 80's not going to block him, but he can at least push him out of the way. And
yeah, he can run him up the field. I mean, as long as you get flat and around this quickly, you're fine. But you have to alter his path. You don't even have to destroy the guy. You just got to alter the path a little bit, and if you don't touch him, then
because everybody's blocked. I mean, look, you got the wide receiver blocked out there. It's actually going to be okay if he can get out there and follow number 4. But anyway, miscues, and it's kind of bad when you got to have your wide receiver back there trying to run the ball. Okay. Uh, so split zone. Look, I like this. This is good just because of the quarterback pull. I mean, this had me fooled when I was watching
mm-hmm.
on TV. This it's the same play they basically ran with Milrow. Milrow probably scores. you know. All right. Proctor special. What did they say? What did they call this play? Did they give it a name?
I don't
Hamburger,
know.
cheeseburger, Whopper.
Hey,
Okay, so we're
look at the
talking.
footwork by 74 though.
Yes, but look at the footwork of 75.
Okay, okay, okay. I was trying to find something positive here, and yeah, and we get whooped. Like man can't even get going.
I mean, it's a base block. Well, we're just always talking about the movement. So you got the double team 72, 77. Uh, pretty strong in there. Like I said, 80's just going to have a hard time just because he's going against a defensive end. He's going to get pushed. I don't know if I necessarily like this just as a play call. I don't know. I guess it's fun to watch your big tackle run an inside zone, but just look bad how it finishes when you don't have any extra. You know what I mean? I just think about when you just put
Yeah,
Fridge back
if you
there
just
and all
had
that.
him, if you'd have just had him blocking instead of like, I understand they're trying to get him there because he's gonna fall forward most likely. He's huge. You just need a couple yards, and he's athletic, so you can get him to fall forward. But then, like, considering that that's the center, right? So if he was that running back, he would be right here where 75 is, and that's the person who is getting beat.
Yes, now you're on his leg. He's not that athletic where he's going to jump over somebody or jump cut to get to the outside. So okay, gut splits. It's just up front.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
mean,
just
it's supposed to be a draw.
yeah. No, I think I had. I'm gonna look real quick because I thought I had a draw that actually looked good.
I think I got them both on there.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll keep going.
You can go through fast. You don't have to run through. I'm not really sure. and you can find yours if you want to. I, no, I don't think I put both of them. Not you mentioned it, but
Okay, well, I did star it, so let me. Yeah, 16. So this is the good one. The Inquisitor Prince asks, coaches, in your honest opinion, do you think the offensive line issues will be fixed by year's end? No, I don't think they're good. I said that before. I don't think they're good enough. I don't.
I don't either. Just look at the combinations. I don't know. I know we're jumping all over the place here, but just look where guys are too. 75 was over on the other side before, and now
Yep.
you got them here. Are you giving them too much? Are you trying to create a competition? I'm not really sure what the mindset of the coaches. I mean, that's not even good enough to me on
Okay.
75. Then
Okay. So let me because I did put this one on here, and I put the Chiefs play back in here because I
Alright.
wanted to put it side by side again. I want people to look at this.
Getting skinny.
Yes, getting skinny. So
All right.
who? I'm gonna find the comment because somebody set it up here. Just let you guys know that I am reading all of these as much as I can. But somebody, yeah, Randy Ware says Alabama running backs look timid approaching the line of scrimmage. They hop back and forth, undecided. I think this is exactly what Randy is talking about, right? Like, I know it's small and I know it doesn't look great, but the crease is right
It's there.
here. And it's still right there. And yes, we're undecided. I'm gonna go outside. He jumps outside. Whoops, can't go there, and I'm gonna just have to like lower my shoulder and run him over. Which, you get some yards. It's still probably an effective or efficient, not effective, efficient run. Let's see. Ball is on the 49. If it's first down, let's see. I'm kind of playing a little bit, trying to see whether. Okay, so that probably would go down in the efficient column on as an efficient run. But again, if you weren't here 2 weeks ago,
You got the clip? You
I do
can't
have
hear
the
to it?
clip. I got the clip.
Oh, look at here. Whoop whoop.
I got the clip. It's right here.
This is bonus. This is worth a $5 make you holler.
Turn on the wide.
Forgot what those things are called. Those little gift packages they
Well, I
got
thought I
over
had the
there.
clip. I uploaded it. Well, that's okay. I had a clip right here. We'll just bring this back.
This the real? Is this a photo or this is the play?
No, this is the play. This is the what it should look like. Let me adjust the screen here. A little distorted. That's okay. You'll still get the point of
Same play.
you get the same look out of this. Boo.
What?
Not playing.
No, it's gonna ask you to refresh. How long you had it open?
A couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying I gotta hit
I mean,
refresh?
you're gonna lose it.
Nah, it's right here.
There we go. Yep.
Okay, so that same look. Let's go to the back view. And you've got this same crease. Like, it's in here. And it's hard to see, but you're
Can't
going to
see
see
it.
him get skinny and get right on through there. You got to make a decision, and you just kind of have to trust it that it's going to be there, and you just got to hit it. So as Randy was saying, like, you can't dance.
Yeah, this is a great example because there doesn't look like there's anything in there. You just got to get on.
So I go
On
back.
through.
I go back here. Pull it back up. Find play number 16 and fix our view.
back in.
Like again, it's right when he gets the ball, the crease is right there, and you just gotta hit it.
Gotta go. Well, oftentimes the running backs don't get enough criticism, I guess, on that too. Like you're saying, just gotta get skinny and go. Not saying that it doesn't have to be a gaping hole for you to get through and go. You just need a little bit of space. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, at this point, as Keith is saying, or not Keith, Bam Standard, um, I do like Daniel Hill a bit better right now. Like whether or not we can go through all of this and say, is he hitting the right hole and all that kind of stuff, and at least he's making a decision and just running, and it's paying off for him. So I'm likely to think that he is kind of hitting where it's supposed to hit.
He's been a big spark. I mean, he's tossed runs. He's getting up in there. They're throwing him the ball. He is making people miss. Agile. I just remember breaking down this film a year ago.
And
It's
yeah, and he's just gonna hit it.
and as a big joker. Trunks. Pretty sure this is a
Yeah,
negative.
so it's like, look, we're letting the linebacker in and right in the A gap, like we're just not touching him.
Not really sure if this is, defensive scheme. They're slanting.
Yeah, but I bet if we had
You're in
if
two
we
A's, two
had Jonathan
B's.
Scott, he's gonna look at 71 and say, "Where your eyes at?" I bet his head's down and he don't even see.
Well, yes, because it should have went right. I don't know what the call is, but I'm just looking at all the linemen are moving right. He's supposed to get a hand on this guy, but
Right, he
he
don't
missed
need
it.
to get a whole shoulder, especially since he's moving away from you,
Correct.
because this is just
There will be
zone,
a big
right?
old hole here if 71 gets that backer. He's
Yeah,
gonna
and
walk
he
straight
walks
in.
right in.
Yep, he's gonna walk straight in.
Yeah, so this I also wonder. We're talking about Daniel Hill getting north and south and just running and all that kind of stuff. But I also wonder if there's a little bit of like with Jam is like I don't trust these dudes up here.
Yeah, okay.
This is why I'm bouncing around and not hitting stuff because I'm supposed to be running right behind 71, and there's a dude in my face already. So now, you get, I don't know if you want to call it the yips or not, but
This is the touchdown. Well designed. Nothing fancy. He doesn't even try to tackle him right here. So smart play by South Carolina. I ask you right here, JT. Are you telling him to go down and you're chancing the field goal, just run the
okay.
clock out, or you tell him to go ahead and take the 7 and
So I
we're
thought a
gonna
lot
play
about this.
defense
I thought a lot about this.
because the ball gonna be over there on that hash.
If I would have, if I wouldn't have seen Talty miss as many field goals as he's missed this year, I think the answer is you kick the field goal as time expires and you get out of here and go home. Don't give them the ball back.
I feel a butt coming on.
Yeah, but
Uh,
your kicker is not as he doesn't give you the warm fuzzies when he comes out on the field. If you had Will Reichert, I'm like, yeah, bro, just once you get this and you feel like, oh, he let me go, like I'm getting down. We're gonna ask Will Reichert, hey, what hash you want this on, and we're just gonna move over and try to kill some clock. Uh, but I don't think your kicker is. I don't think anybody really likes that proposition this year. So, yeah, just take the points.
I agree. I mean, I felt that way. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and run it in. The defense didn't play that bad. I know you're going to show a few clips. I mean, overall, they kept their running backs, kind of in check. You can't. We didn't keep the quarterback in check from running the football, which is a problem that we have. Um, I think we talked about that on another show.
Oh,
Just
I know it's
having
smart.
running quarterbacks. I do like what they're doing up here. I think JT probably stealing some of their mug things. You're probably going to start getting our guys out of the both A's and sticking one in the A and one in the B.
Yeah, I want to do that now. Just I guess I shouldn't talk about them on the internet, but eventually they'll understand when they can show pressure and not. Now I
Yes.
did have these checked off, but I didn't actually put them in playlists. So now I kind of have to find some of those QB runs that I was looking for.
Yeah. So Mr. Big Shot there. We're talking about Sellers and one of our coaches who's a South Carolinian Gamecock. Was talking about how good this guy is, and I think he has some good traits, but it just seemed like he was missing a lot of throws, easy throws too, as far as accuracy. I mean, he's dynamic and he's trying to take the whole game over. I'll give him that, but throwing the ball, I just wonder. Hmm. So we do too much of that. Let people drag us. We really, that's another one, right? And he's a very good football player. He'll be a first round draft pick. But, just running at the hip and what are you doing? I just feel like sometimes we don't have the right mental mindset to continue to play as physical as we need to, um, or as physical as we can. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. There's one in here that I'm looking for specifically. Um,
It's only 77 plays, JT.
I know,
Yeah,
but
you'll find it.
the Sellers ran through like four people.
Yeah. So,
Oh, well, there's the interception. I guess we can talk about this one. I mean, although I don't really think there's much to talk about. I mean, they he dropped the ball. Like this is not a. I mean, yeah, this is tip drill. Like I know they're working on this.
mhm.
I know they're doing a turnover circuit and working on this, but this is not particularly uh, scheme other than 22 beating his man and getting in his face. So I mean, maybe that's a hurry. But I feel like the ball's where it's supposed to be. I think this is just being opportunistic on defense.
It was huge.
Well, yeah, I mean
We
that ends
needed
up
him.
being the difference in the game, right? You win by 7, and
I never really thought our offense would have got stumped this much. Oh,
yeah, this
shovel.
is tough.
Very tough. Very tough. Got too many things to look at there if you're a defensive end.
Well, yeah, because then you're like, okay, I'm supposed to take the quarterback, all that kind of stuff. But I
But
don't
I
know.
got spill on this puller.
This is why I mean this is kind of like why I like spilling on the puller, because at least that takes this away, and then we got two people, we got more people that can run to this rather than overrunning. Dwight says you got to say something about Sellers' touchdown where Demonte ran inside and did not contain the outside.
Yeah, we got a problem with these type of things where you're taking bad angles and they just run right around you. Uh, Trust me, when I saw it on TV, I was like, really? Where's he going?
Do
You
you know
know.
at least what quarter was in? I don't.
It was late. It was
Boom.
in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that's a good
Oh, okay, so that's in the
commercial
70s, I
title.
think.
Yeah, I didn't mark it. Um, Maybe we'll save the clip and
This one?
Yeah. I mean, you got everybody. I mean, both of the guys are outflanked. And we talk about this with our. I really don't know. There's no C gap. A lot of times, defensive backs have to maybe fit into a C gap, but not with 42 standing right there.
Yeah, I mean, this reminds me of like when we're calling sky or cloud into the boundary of like really what the difference is when it comes to the run, and that's like if you're gonna call cloud into the boundary for a run fit, you're putting the safety in the B gap, which we have ways to close that so that doesn't happen. But I think they've just got to figure out. These two have to know like who's the spill guy and who's the force. They both can't. And I'm hesitant to say that Damani's the one that should be outside with 42, like not really squeezing this at all. But I do know they both can't go inside this.
No. So one of them. So either way, okay, we're going to. I think you're saying this just to play. We play knife and razor. One. Are you saying one of them have the running back and one of them have the quarterback? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying? Let me ask that.
One of
Right.
them, yes. One of them needs to take the dive, and the other one needs to take quarterback pull. And
All
they
right.
both
So
take the dive. And I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know what the play call was. I don't know who's supposed to take the dive and who's got quarterback run. But I'm trying to take an educated guess here and saying, as fast as Damani is to close this down and as slow as 42 is to close it down, it seems like Damani's supposed to have the dive and Janze is supposed to have QB pull.
okay, second piece to that, and this is the what if. But what if this guy just
This
goes on
dude
out
right
here?
here goes to the flat
Yeah,
and it's a
that runs on a
yeah, and
run, that
neither
runs a
one of them
route.
has, yeah,
Who
and
will?
that's yeah.
Yeah.
I was working to that, but yeah, the like that dude could just
Unless it's
like keep
Bree,
running.
or unless it's Bray, and he just hesitating. So there's a lot of different issues, what he's saying with that. And we don't know the answer, but hopefully that helped you talk through it. We know that one of them is responsible for one and the other. You don't know how it pans out. But Judy could have easily just gave the big play fake and threw it on out there. He would have walked in. Um, so I don't know. But we got some time. The thing is we're healthy. Guys are coming. The defense. So when you watch this, then maybe JT wants to go watch it a little bit more. The way that they're playing the secondary is, I think, it's different than what they played last year. Um, so for instance, they had like your slice, meaning the cornerback was inside
Mm-hmm.
the wide receiver, um, and they had a safety run over the top. It was with two guys though, so it could have been. I,
A
I felt
slice
like
and a kick at the same time.
yes, and you got two guys running at this safety. So it just looks like there's some vulnerabilities that without the pressure, you could set someone up for some to get exposed on
Mm-hmm.
a big play or whatnot. I saw it multiple times, but it seemed like we always got to the quarterback in time. So maybe that's a good thing to have. You're looking for a hot route, jump this out, if he runs it, or if it's hitched and if they got time to throw it deep.
Yeah, then our bad.
Well,
Yeah,
yes, that's
somebody's band is going to play. It's going to be ours or theirs kind of call.
that's right.
Actor Music says he was taught to take on the blocker with his inside shoulder and forearm, and most key to keep my inside foot forward so the back leg is free to go outside. Yes, that is one way to do it. And I need to be paying attention. I think we are a box team.
When we box versus spill, do you want to explain that too?
Right.
Try to explain what box
I
versus
wonder if I
spill
can
is.
find a. Well, let's just go to Alabama's run clips because at least I know there's at least. Well, maybe not.
Put your mama. I'll put your mama to sleep. She's sending me all these text messages, all this stuff she want about Theo. Don't she know we're on a podcast?
Okay, so when we're talking about boxing versus spilling, there's really kind of two, I guess three, because there's box, there's spill, and there's lever, spill, lever. But we'll keep it simple with box and spill, and it's really just like, what do you do when guys are pulling? So in this case, when we're looking at 6, he is taking the block on with his inside shoulder, outside shoulder free. This is what we call box because
That's what he was just talking about, right? Isn't that what he said? Yes.
Because we are trying to get everything to stay inside and force it back into the teeth of the defense. Whereas a spill, which I don't know how, maybe I need to pull a clip for next week or something. Spill is the opposite, where we're going to wrong arm. We're going to take our outside shoulder and try to get underneath this puller. And I'm probably not going to be able to find the what I was just talking about with that shovel pass. But anyway, you're trying to go underneath this to get everything to bounce to the outside. And it's really just there's no right or wrong answer. Although I do believe there is a right or wrong answer because I'm a data guy, and there has been many studies talking about whether it's more effective to spill or box. So
spill got to be the answer. I don't know. I ain't seen the data, but spill got to be the answer.
Spill is the answer. But it's also just because that I always feel like I always say it, the best tackler on the team is the sideline. So I don't just in general, I don't like guys being able to run as straight. You would say all the time, right? The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So I don't want guys running down the hash like this. I want them to run down the yard marker out to our best tackler. But there's teams that do it both ways. And when you spill, you give up things like this. These are the things that you're asking to happen. And when you box, you're trying to get guys to go downhill. I think we box most of the time. I just feel like you also have to you got to be a dude to box a puller and just.
Well, you got to make a move. You got to squeeze down the gaps. You can box and say I held my ground, but if you still got a yard or two in between
if the gap is still a man wide, you gotta. It's just as bad as you not being there.
That's correct.
Yeah, I don't like vertical seams, right?
But you've seen that, and that's what have all of the runs been against us? They've been vertical seam routes like that.
Yeah, they've been in here.
Yes, and then they bounce it outside. Run to the sideline. So I don't know. I'd like to see more spill. And someone asked a question earlier, way up at the top. What do we need to see to maybe be a championship defense?
I got it. It's pinned. There it is. Sam says, what do y'all think needs to improve on defense to be considered a championship level defense?
Well, this is one of how are you going to stop specifically talking about defense. We got to be able to stop people from running consistently. And that includes the quarterback. That is key. I mean, you got to play against Texas A&M. that dude can run the ball too. That
Mm-hmm.
quarterback they have, and if we're letting him run all over the place, that won't be good. So you know, it seems like we're playing
Oh, here we
decent.
go.
You know,
There's a box right there.
might
Um,
want to put your circle on there. There you go.
right here. He's
Box.
he's he's got a down block. Tight end's coming across. He's taking an outside shoulder, and then we're saying we know we're giving up this crease right here, but we're supposed to be having somebody fold inside.
Which we did.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying this is not my preference. My preference is for him to
For
go
us, we're
underneath
gonna go the other way and let 20
and let him stay
let them
outside.
let him stay outside. He's already standing out there anyway.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just figuring that out. But that's a philosophy, like you said. Do you box or do you spill? In my early days, we box everything, and then someone caught on at some clinic like, yeah, we probably should start wrong arming this. So what
He
does
says
this
he's
say?
watching the Bama Tennessee game with his nephew. His wife decided she wanted to clean up in the middle of the game, and we're sitting in a camper on the lake. So he's effectively saying they can't watch the game.
Oh, well, all right. Well, enjoy your time at the lake, sir. That is going to be. If you got a nice,
Yeah, Sam says spelling seems easier to me. Me too, but I think it also. I think you just also have you got to have some strength to do this where somebody's running full speed and you just got to kind of
the
boom and knock
300
it.
pounds, the linemen are coming. This is a tight end, but it's when a big lineman is coming over there with force. That's you're trying to stick that left foot in the ground in this case.
Yeah, I just think especially if your defensive ends are undersized or whatever, if this is
Well, and back in time, they could cut you too.
yeah. Well, I mean, they still can, can't they?
Yeah, I guess I can consider it in the box.
Yeah.
You're right, but most people don't. Kind of dangerous now. Okay, well,
What
I
else?
think we have it. The other question would be, what about the what do they have to do to be a championship offense? I think we're
run,
built.
run the ball. I got to
Well,
be able to
yeah,
run the ball.
say we're built to do that, but I don't know. I'm not comfortable just saying, hey, we're good enough just to sling the ball around and outscore everybody.
Yeah, well, because there's going to be times where you're going to have a 5 point lead with 3 minutes left in the game, and they got two timeouts. And it's like if you can't run the ball, you can't
Yes,
kill the game.
that is correct. But I don't even know if they're worried about that. I think they feel like they can throw the quick hitch, quick
Yeah,
something, and shift you enough to get you in a bad position and
run a fake
got a smart
reverse.
quarterback to find it, huh?
Is it run a fake reverse?
Something. I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily have that kind of confidence level. I think about when we're calling the plays and I'm having to stand over there and listen to what our offensive people want to do, and they're like, man, do you run it or you throw it? Or what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make them burn a timeout? Or are you trying to do something? And it's nerve wracking as a coach because whatever hindsight is always what did it say 50-50 or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what
Um,
Cam Newton says. Cam Newton says it's 50-50.
is it 50-50 though? Hindsight?
No, it's 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, I say, man, you see everything perfect, right? After the fact, and it's not easy to do what these guys have to do, particularly at this level. Even so much so that JT has to get a new level this Friday. Thank you for making a suggestion without me having to tell you
I just don't
about
like
what you
being
need
up there,
this
but
Friday.
I saw how often they're taking them tight ends out, I was like, I need to know when these two
Yeah, because
things.
you start calling, but then hey, am I calling 3Y, 3U, something
Right.
else?
Yeah. No, that's what I was doing when I was watching film today, and I was like, I need to know whether I want to go. Why are you? Um, and then as I was watching it more and more, I was like, actually, it probably doesn't. It might not actually matter. But anyway, we can talk about that off air.
We're talking high school football now. But we're very glad that we're able to talk college football with you and talk about Alabama Crimson Tide. We get a break from the game. Okay. Well, I think based upon what we said at the beginning, I'm going to say that we're nervous about LSU more than Oklahoma. I think you kind of got the revenge factor on Oklahoma a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but now you got an LSU team that might just have a little bit of extra spark just because the coach is gone and their backs are against the wall and they're going to be amped and fired up, you know, that kind of thing. So, next thing I think need to work on doing the bye.
Blocking and tackling.
Run blocking, run blocking. Yeah, our pass blocking hadn't been that bad. I think we're a better pass blocking team than we are a run blocking team. Got to find some movement, some kind of way to get our feet going and run the tracks. And we're so big, it just kind of baffles me that we can't really move the people that we need to move the people. So I don't know if that's just mindset. It's the same thing I think about when we worry about some of the stuff with us. Mindset. Us as in JP2, our high school. Uh, which, by the way, if you guys have not seen anything about JP2, here's a plug for our school. So next Monday night, we're gonna have a small section, JT, on Monday Night Football.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, so when they came to the school the other day with Chris Arnold and McCray and
oh, so I'm gonna miss it.
oh, you're gonna be at the game.
Mm-hmm.
No, they already told me they're gonna send me the piece of the clip, so I'll make sure that you get it, and I'll make sure I post it on our social media stuff too. But for our big win we had over Nolan Catholic, we received some awards and some money for that game, and we actually get to be on Monday Night Football. So there's going to be some proud high school kids for you know showing up on Monday Night Football. That'd be big. Uh, okay, so let's say thank you, man. Thank you again to all of you guys who support us and do this stuff. We love you guys. Again, hit the
Hold on,
subscribe button.
one more plug. Is this
Uh,
millions.co/George Teague? Is that where you can get one of those?
what's that?
Coach Teague, considering you're the reason I became an Alabama fan with the infamous strip, is there any way I can get an authenticated signature jersey?
Yes, that is where it is. So that is the button on. Don't we have the one of these screens?
Yeah,
Not this
I'm
one.
just gonna link it in the chat. I'm gonna go right now. Can I just put it on the screen like while I'm here? Look at that.
Yeah, there's some goodies on here on the jerseys and different things. There should be somewhere on there. There's some Alabama ones probably to the right. I don't know if that moves.
I don't think there's anything to the right.
Uh,
You might need to restock because I just see I see Cowboys
are they
jerseys
all
on here.
gone? Only two available. Yeah, keep in tune to this site right here because you can grab pictures. Someone that just bought the. I got to mail out some pictures of the strip that someone purchased. So thank you guys for that. But this is where you get all the merchandise, and it does come from me. So if you want to worry about who it is or where it is, if you order from this site, it actually comes from this house. I put it in a box in the bag and send it to you. And sometimes there are some people that get lucky. They might get a second item that they didn't even ask for. That's the generosity that Consuelo and the family have. So check us out. They're on millions.co. Um, get some merchandise. But go ahead and hit me up if you want some. Thank you for doing that. So, all right, JT, Hacking Music. We appreciate you guys too. Make sure you send people in if they want to learn about football again. We're trying to teach as much as we can. We're opinionated.
And one thing to know, you say modern techniques and terminology, and I would say for the most part, there's nothing new in football. It's all been done. Um,
Mhm.
so yes, the game has changed a little bit, but the techniques and things are the same as they've always been.
Yes. People are just bigger and faster when they do it, so it looks a little bit different. But the game really hasn't changed that much since, you know, day and time. Just the rules kind of changed and allow you to do different things. And so, I want to say this, then I will leave this alone. But you guys make me think. You guys piqued my brain, my interest, and things of that nature. And someone, JT, made a statement. They were actually talking about another analyst, if I can say it that way, and they were giving us praise, saying, "Hey, they need to come listen to the Teague Football Teague podcast." Um, and it really came down to emotion. So I want to say this: this guy was just being emotional about something. So what we try to do on the Teagues Take podcast is, of course, we're fans and we get frustrated and we're wondering why they're doing it. But when we're trying to give the analysis on our show like this, we try to pull that out. A lot of podcasters and things can't get their emotions out of the way. JT already told you he likes the data, the analytics of things. So we try to give you that and then try to back it up or refute it through the film and things of nature. So we try to tell you the truth. When we are critical about Alabama, that doesn't mean we don't like them. We're just trying to show you what they actually do, or um, how maybe things need to change. And sometimes that's through, as JT said, hey, there's some data on there about whether you should spill or box.
I'm gonna go find it too. I'm gonna bring the charts since we got a bye week next week. I'm gonna bring the charts and
Yeah, that's right. And so you're not going to get this kind of stuff on here. A lot of times they're going to bloviate. They're going to be mad, fire the coach, do whatever. We're not really, that type of show. It won't be that show. When we think someone needs to be fired, then we'll tell you. But it's not where we just get amped up because whatever said player dropped a pass or the coverage was blown. We know too much more. We've played the game, high school, college, and even the pros. For me, we've coached on all levels. Pee wee, the high school to college, a little bit like that, right? And some stints at the pros, for me. So when you try to find that balance of being a player and a coach, current and an analyst, someone who's watching it and seeing it and got a lot of stuff to see. I think we do a pretty good job of being fair. Is all I'm trying to say about what it is. So that's why you need to subscribe to Teagues Take and why you need to get more people here so that we can give you the real scoop about what's happening. We're not doing it for clickbaits and all that kind of stuff. So catch us here on Monday nights, 8:15, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you, Coach. And we hope to see you back next week. So that's my time. JT, find me some new theme music, man. You gave me
find
this.
new one.
Yeah, I need some new something, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this was sounding elementary, man. My grandkids getting older. I need some more grown up music on here. So pay the rights to get me some good music on this thing, man. You got dollars, man. You got dollars.
How's that?
Okay. Well, I know when I buy you had some coaching clothes. So anyway, that's JT down there, the analytical one. You can call me GT, JT, GT. But this is Teagues Take, and we love you guys. We're out.